Okay, I'm filming this to show you the extent of the problem so that people can stop making suggestions. That is the most enormous oak tree, a deciduous tree, and every year all of the leaves from that tree fall. They fall on that roof and they fall on that roof. They totally block the gutters and they end up on all the gardens and everything, although it has been cleared up a bit round here. But so first of all, there's the start of the guttering. Yeah, there is the start of the guttering, and it heads off into that corner. Yeah, how would you get up there to clean that with the carport in the way? You're not allowed to put a two-story ladder up anymore. You have to have a tower. How do you get a tower up there to get at that guttering? Basically, you have to construct something over that roof. The cost would be ridiculous. Part one. The roof has also got moss all over it because it's in the shadow of that tree most of the time. Yeah, and all over here. The birds peck at that moss looking for food, and it comes down into the gutter along with the leaves. That's constant. That's not going to go away. Cleaning the roof off will not make it go away. It will just come back again. Right, that's that bit. You can see the leaves get everywhere. And then we come down to the side of the house, where that guttering continues. It's not a separate entity, it continues. How would you get up there to clean that? Pray tell. You can't put a ladder up here, you're not allowed. It would be too steep, it would be dangerous. You can't get a tower up round here because there isn't room. On we go, leaves everywhere. And then we come round to the back garden. Again, leaves everywhere. These are all oak leaves off of that one tree. And we come round from the corner, directly under that tree again. All along there you can see there's ferns and things growing out where that gutter is absolutely full. So it's a continuous gutter round three sides of the house. Now here you could get up and clean a bit. You might even be able to clean all of this, but you can't get up to that bit. The conservatory's in the way. Now do you see the extent of the problem? The gutters are not going to get cleaned. Okay, now that's the house. Yeah, that's not where I'd be collecting water from. But because the guttering's blocked, here it overflows. It does get away most of the time, but I suspect those downpipes are blocked. So it overflows and comes down on the conservatory roof. Yeah? The conservatory roof, as we know from looking at it on the inside, is dirty. It's covered in moss. Clean the moss off, it will eventually come back again. But nonetheless, I'm going to clean it off. And I'm going to clean these gutters out, because I can get at these from a pair of steps. And this was a continuous guttering again that comes round here to a downpipe and into a water barrel. Now if I clean the roof off and clean all of that out, I'd be happy that the water going into the water barrel would be reasonably clean. But what I'm not happy about is that the magpies and other birds peck around in that guttering looking for food, and the roof is covered in moss. They'll peck about with that and knock it down into the gutter, and because the gutter's full it'll roll off and it'll come down on this roof and into these gutters, so it's not going to stay clean. So I'm happy to collect some water for my bonsai and for use in the garden, but I'm not happy to collect it for my orchids. So that's the end of the subject. That lot is not going to get cleaned. It would be ridiculously expensive. The landlord won't pay for that. They may do one day, but the problem is, you see, it's a never-ending task. If you cleaned all of that roofing off and cleaned all of the gutters out, in a year's time it'll be just the same. So what are you going to do it every year? It costs thousands of pounds to clean that lot off because of the constructions required to get up there. Right, so that's the end of that subject. But as you can see, the amount of leaves that come off this tree, you have to bear in mind the people who got this house ready for me, they actually cleared this garden up. You can hire a 1 cubic meter bag that you can then put things in, and they filled 2 1 meter square cubic meter bags with leaves. It doesn't even look as though they've been here, quite honestly. Now one day I will get out here and I will clear up the majority of the leaves around the patio area and put them up the back on the garden, and they can rot down there and feed the plants. But not now. It's freezing cold out here. It's only just above 0, and tomorrow at this time of day it will be below 0. So that's the gutter story. That's the end of the gutter story. I have an outside tap. Hopefully there is enough pressure there for me to use the RO unit, and I'll just have to put up with that. The thing is, the landlord, I doubt very much, will pay to sort the guttering and the roofs out. Therefore it would come down to me. It will be far, far, far cheaper to pay for the wastewater using my RO unit than it would be to sort the roofing and the gutters out. But I will try not to waste as much water as I have been in the past. I'll collect it, and then perhaps it can be watered down with some rainwater and used around the garden. We shall see. Anyway, that's the end of the guttering saga. I don't really wish to hear any more about it because it's not going to get done. There we go.